Hello everyone, I hope you are doing wonderful, and I just have a message for whoever is meant to hear this. So this is going to resonate with whoever it's meant to resonate with, depending on whether you are meant to hear it or whether you're in denial or what's going on with you, but it's going to resonate with who it's meant to resonate with. So all that I do want to say is that an addictive trauma bond has cycles, ups and downs. And it can seem a lot like a generic, average relationship that has disagreements and arguments, and then you guys make up, right? But there's a difference. A trauma bond is even more addictive than a healthy relationship. It's harder to get out of. You can spend decades in a trauma bond that was never really loved. And the major difference is that the person that has you in this cycle, they love bomb you. So they're going to give you love. It's a different type of love though. They love how you love them. They don't love you. They love you loving them. So if you're in a trauma bond, you're the only person that can get yourself out. You're the only one that knows if it's true love or if it's a trauma bond. But we really are in some scary times because it's always existed. Like even in the past, trauma bonds have always existed in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s now. But some people, it can be hard to decipher. Some people really feel like they are in a loving situation when it's a trauma bond. It's so addictive that for them, there's no getting out. But abuse is not okay. There's levels to everything. And if you feel like there's only so much more you're gonna deal with, it's up to you to no longer put up with that, regardless of what other people think. But the only thing I can say to that is that obviously, as you know, that's up to you, but we all deserve peace and happiness, and that stuff affects your health. Being anxious. Another thing I want to say is that trauma bonds deal with control. A healthy relationship, nobody's trying to control you in a healthy relationship. No one is constantly jealous in a healthy relationship. Trauma bonds have a lot of control and jealousy. And the final thing I just want to say is that God doesn't want anyone to be controlled. We're not meant to be controlled. A person that loves you wants to see you free and happy. Of course, they want you to be loyal to them and true, but they're not going to try to control that or constantly take up your time to make sure they know where you're at. You really have to understand that this is spiritual and mental warfare. A person who is trying to control you, they want to control your mind, manipulate your mental sphere, your emotions, mind, heart, body. So when someone is abusing you, it will affect your health. So I just wanted to put this message out because I know it'll resonate with whoever needs to hear this, that if you're in a trauma bond, it is an addiction. So it's kind of like you almost have to go cold turkey, if you will. Because it's like with anything, with the eating disorder, with alcoholism, it's hard to kick that drug, right? But if you want to live a life of freedom on the other side, there is another side to things and you can get through it. And the person that you love is not a bad person, but there are sometimes some people have spirits inside of them that they constantly want to be worshipped and they want to control you. And it seems like love, but it's really an addictive trauma bond. So if you're wanting to get out of an addictive trauma bond, you're exhausted of the cycle. Trust me, I know the cycles. I've loved someone who I didn't want to leave, but the trauma bond, it started not to make any sense. Like I was putting up with things I would never put up with, and I was going back, and I called it loyalty, but it was really a trauma bond. So I just want to open anyone's eyes who wasn't aware of what's going on, because this could really help some people. So I'll see you in the next video, guys.